Welcome to Power Platform AI Builder series, and in this series I am going to cover about how we can perform category classification or a text classification with your data. Myself Dhruvin Shah, and I am working as a Power Platform specialist in one of the reputed company in Ahmedabad. I am a very active blogger and YouTuber having 100 plus articles and 300 plus tech videos. I am rewarded with 3 times C Sharp Corner MVP, and this is the same session that I have presented on Global AI Online Tour 2020 at Ahmedabad. Before having an online session on Global AI Online Tour, I am recording this session just for our future reference. During this session, I am going to talk about how we can perform category classification or a text classification using AI Builder. So what I'm going to cover in this session is, first I'm talking about what is text classification or a category classification, and what are the prerequisites to build a text classification or a category classification AI model. Then we will import the raw data to the CDS model, and after that we are going to build text classification AI model. At last we are going to train and publish our text classification AI model and perform some testing on that. And at last we will consume that model to the Power Apps using Power Automate. Right? So these are the few topics that I am going to cover during this session. Also, one more thing I want to add here, I have the similar session series available in the form of a text series. The link is available in the description box. Also, I have another interesting text series as well, like form processing and perform prediction using AI Builder. Every series are available on my YouTube page. So stay tuned to my YouTube page over there. The first question arises in your mind that what is text classification or a category classification? For any organization, the volume of the data increasing day by day. The data can be in any form, either it can be an email, social media, documents, feedback, anything. This data carries a useful information for the business, and based on the feedback, organization can improve their service. So, the proper classification or categorization of data is very important. I know this is the theoretical concept about the categorization, because nowadays any organization have a very large amount of data, so it's not every time possible to read each individual thing to categorize the data, like what the text mean to say. All right, so for that this AI builder would a boon for us. Like, text classification is also something that is supported natural language processing. So natural language processing can be done in different things like sentiment analysis, spam detections, customer request routing, anything that we can done with this category classification. Right now, we are not going to talk more about the sentiment analysis, spam detection over here, but we are talking about mostly customer request routing over here, because in this session the demo that I'm going to prepare you at the end of the session is something which define the tag from the text. All right, now let me go with the example first. So first of all, let me explain you the real life use case over here. Let's say for an example, consider an example for a healthcare feedback system. So every day patients are submitting lots of feedback to us. It's difficult to identify and classify the feedback from the thousands of feedbacks that we received. It's difficult to categorize them. So text classification make this process easier for us. So basically what we need to do here is we need to label some tags with each of the feedback and train our AI model. And after that, once our model is trained, it will detect automatically the sentiment or tags from the text that user fills in manually in the form. Alright, I know this is difficult to understand, but yes, let me make this process easier for you. So let's say for an example, consider this Excel spreadsheet example where I have this type of feedback given by the customer. Let's say for an example, I am taking 1000 feedbacks, and manually, first of all, I need to tag them. So let's say for an example, here is that very modern hospital. So it shows the facility of the hospital. So I want to tag as facilities. Receptionist was so friendly and helpful and arranged fracture clinic appointment promptly. So it's about the check-in thing. So it's tag as check-in. The speed at which I was seen, incredible. So it is showing care and check-in thing. And it is about the staff, like the friendly atmosphere on the ward. Everyone was so kind. Nurses, doctor, cleaners were a great bunch of people. So staff and care, these are the two tags that is defined for this thing. So it is something like, first of all, manually we need to take some data and we need to tag like this, we need to categorize like this, so that whenever the new text come, it will automatically detect the tag for that thing. So do you think how this is actually useful in your organization? So let's say, for an example, if I'm considering this feedback system, sometimes there is a possibility that I am receiving, I don't know, like whether my feedback is about which thing, about staff, about facility, about check-in thing. We can easily categorize that thing. So at that time this concept would be very easier to us. Like let's say if you are building some system where this feedback system automatically detect the tags using the AI builder, and based on that you will shoot an email to the particular department. Let's say if staff related feedback is received, automatically sending an email to staff department. So at that time this concept would be very useful and very innovative for your organization, right? Now coming towards to text classification AI model. So this is the example that I'm going to cover during this session. Now first of all, let me show you the output. So this is the text classification power ups that I have detected. Now let's say if I'm adding a feedback. Now let's say if I am adding a feedback like this, the staff took a lot of care as I was suffering from the COVID. So this is the sentence which is not even a part of my model, but still it will detect the tags from that. So for that, I just created this tags, detect tags. So it will call our AI model at the backend and define the tags, like what is mean by it's about the care. Of course, it is true. And when I hit on save, this information would be stored inside the Power Apps with the tag. Alright, so this is something that we are going to do at the end of this session. Right, now coming towards my presentation deck. Now there is a question in your mind that how did you build that? How we can start to do with this category classification? So for that we need to follow some rules. So first of all, first rule is that your data must be reside in the common data service. So basically we can build our AI model only on the CDS. Alright, what is CDS and how to build CDS we will see later on this session. You at least have the administration privileges, security role privileges over your data. Of course, if you have a data, then you can perform this category classification. Currently, this category classification only support English, French, German, Dutch, Italian, Spanish and Portuguese language. Apart from that, it not support any Indian language like Hindi, Gujarati, Tamil, etc. Tags and text and tags should be in the same entity, of course. So basically what is text and what is tags? Let me explain you this thing very quickly. You can see that I have shown you this example where I have different feedback. So feedback is my text for which I want to perform the category classification, and tags are something that which I have manually filled in the spreadsheet, like check-in, care, facility. These are my tags and this is my text. Okay. Now tags with less than 50 items are ignored. Okay, let me explain you. Suppose in your model, in your entire spreadsheet, if you have a tag related care, so at least you should have 50 feedback for your care to train the model properly. Otherwise it will ignore that tag. Alright, so it is must thing, like you should at least have 50 feedback for each individual tag that you have. Alright, text must be fewer than 5000 character. Okay, so this text should be less than 5000 character, it is recommended. Alright, So these are the few things that we need to consider before we proceed further with the text classification. Now it's a demo time. First of all, let me show you my sample data source. So this is my CSV file where I have different tags detected over here, and this is my feedback. So you can see that I have so many records over here. Let me show you how many records that I have. You can see that I have total 1,48,348 rows over here, and I have obviously more than 50 records for each individual tags to train my model properly and perfectly. Alright, so this is my sample dataset that I have taken from Microsoft site. Alright, now let me start with our first step that we need to follow. First of all, we need to create the entity into CDS. For that, what you need to do is, first of all, go to get data option. Here you can see that CSV option. Just click on text CSV option. You must have to upload your file to the OneDrive. So I have uploaded my file to the OneDrive. So I am opening my OneDrive from here. And now from here, you just need to click on text classification folder and this healthcare feedback. Alright. I opened that thing. Click on next. Now the next step is it will open the similar structure of Power Query. So yes, this is the preview of my data. Right. Now click on transform data. Power Query window will be opening for you. It is similar type of Power BI. Just convert your ID column with the text type because we want to make that as a primary key, and currently it is supported with the text data type. So I need to convert that thing with the text data type. Alright, now this is the category classification. So I'm giving the name of category classification. AI. Okay, now I'm done with that. Click on next. So it will open map entities page for you. Now from here, click on load to new entity option. This is your name of entity and just check on this option. From this, select ID and ID. Otherwise, two things are multi-line text, that is correct. Click on next. Here you have an option that whether you wish to refresh manually or refresh automatically. Once you click on refresh automatically, it will ask for an interval. You can select any interval from here. Currently I'm selecting refresh manually from here and just click on create button. Alright, so my entity has been created. Let me hit refresh on this page. Alright, so this is here the entity that we just created, category classification AI. So this is how you can build your CDS model first. Now we need to perform second step. We need to go to the AI builder, go to the build option. Here you will be having the category classification name over here. In some tenant before this May 2020 update, it was named as text classification. Now it's a category classification, right? Now just click on this category classification. And one more thing that I want to add here, that if you are not able to see the AI builder page on your tenant, that means that your tenant is not supported the region where this feature is available. Now let's create the AI builder model. For that, click on category classification. You just need to provide the name of your model. You can see that the out of the box tips that is text entry should be classified with the text 10 plus text entry for each individual text. That is correct, that I already explained you in the PowerPoint presentation. Click on create. Now from here you need to select your tagged text. For that just search for the entity model that you created, that is text classification, and from here you just need to select your text. So this will show the preview of your text over here. Click on next. It will ask to select the tags. So from here you need to select the tags which you have identified. So I am selecting tags field from here. So you can see that it detected all the text from our text or from our entire CSV file. So currently we can have this many of comma separated tags over here. Click on next. It is asking to review your text and text. So yes, it is detected properly over here. Multiple texts are separated with the comma. Click on next. Select your language. My language is English, so I'm selecting English from here. Click on next. It is showing the model summary. So you can see that input is text, tags are text classification, text separator is comma. Now click on train. So this is starting to train your AI model. This will take some time. Your model is training. This may take a while. You can close this window and come back later. Click on go to models. So it will redirect you to the model section of this AI builder, and you can see that this category classification model is being trained right now. It depends on the data that you have in your system, right? So it is being trained. I have lots of data, so it will take some time to train my model. Now let me move over to already trained model that I have. So basically this is the same CSV file I used over here as well, but with a different entity and CDS model. So once your model is being trained, you can see that its performance is being showing over here. Currently it is showing 65, that my model is 65% approximately accurate. Right now once it is being appear over here, you can perform quick testing over here. So let's say for an example, if I want to check like the staff took if I want to add a text like this, what tags and confidence it will suggest to me. Let me see that. So once I click on test, it will show me like care is 98% accuracy. So this text has been classified with the care tag. Alright, now let me try few more things. Let's say if I want to like add this one, my check-in was hospital was so managed and easy by receptionist, and if I'm clicking on taste, what it will return to me. Let's see. Let me click on taste. So you can see that it is about the check-in with 93% accuracy. So that is correct, right? Now let's say I want to add this one. The doctors are so intelligent and detect my disease in a second. Let me just click on taste. So it is showing two tags for me, care and staff. Yes, so this is how you can easily train your model. Right now this is something that you can quickly test from here once your model is being trained. Now let's see whether our model is trained successfully or not. So yes, it is being trained. All right, so let me show you the publishing procedure from here. So once you can see that, here also you can see that 65% of accuracy and the same thing. Now quick test we already did. Now let's just publish this thing. So once you publish that, you will be able to use this model in a Power Automate. All right, once until you not publish this thing, you are not able to see this model to use inside the Power Automate. All right, now let it to be published. This will take some time. Yep, your model is being published, so it is being published successfully. Now let me explain you to creating the Power Apps and as well as Power Automate thing. So for that, go to the solution. Now remember one thing, to implement this entire thing you need to create a solution over here inside the Power Apps. For that, just click on this new solution, give the name of your solution, that category classification, select the publisher and select version v 1.0.0, click on create. So this will create a solution for you. Inside that you need to create your Power Apps and Power Automate. So make sure that you will create everything inside this solution, otherwise that will not be appear, that will not allow to use us this AI model, right? For that, if you want to create the Power Apps, go to app and create Canvas app from tablet, right? Now let's say if you want to create the flow, you just need to use this flow and it will create a flow inside this solution. And now I'm not going to create this step by step, I will show you the overall overview with the detailed explanation, right? Now this is the text classification solution that I have already developed, and this is the Power Apps, and I already created this Power Apps. So let me open my Power Apps into edit mode, as well as I have created two different flow over here. One is parent flow and one is child flow. So basically your flow solution, you need to create the two flow to use this AI builder model. All right, what is the reason behind that? I will explain you later in this session. First of all, go to your Power Apps. Okay, now if you can see this Power Apps, I have one SharePoint list named customer feedback. Let me quickly show you that list to you. So this is my SharePoint list where I have feedback and text column, and I took the similar form, new form over here. I added one button over here which will detect the tag using the AI builder or using the Power Automate. All right, and once I save that, this should be saved to my SharePoint list. All right, so this is very clear, very straightforward. So this is a simple form that I added over here, and on this button I am triggering a flow. All right, so before I do that, let me explain you how to create a flow and use the category classification AI builder inside that flow, right? So for that, first of all, let me open my parent flow. Now there is a question in your mind that, Dhruvin, why did you create two different flows? You can write everything into single flow. Yes, I did try that thing, but I am facing one issue, that when I'm trying to add that flow to my Power Apps, inside that it is throwing me an error that this flow is not supported inside the Power Apps. I don't know exactly reason. I tried so much search on Google, but I didn't find any solution. So at last I created two different flow in which I didn't use this model directly with the parent flow which I'm going to add inside the Power Apps, but inside that I created a separate child flow which will use the AI builder model, and it will return a result to my parent flow. So this solution is working for me, so that's why I created two different flow over here. All right, if you find any good approach over there, feel free to contact me. I will happy to know if I can do everything within the single flow. All right, so first of all, what you need to do is, first of all, you need to trigger a flow on Power Apps. Now you need to initialize one variable, that is hospital feedback, and take input from the Power Apps, that is this one. you need to just click on that and click on ask in Power Apps, so it will take input from Power Apps. Now click on run as a child flow, run a child flow action. So currently I didn't create a child flow, but you just need to create this thing and save your parent flow. Now let me explain you about the child flow. Alright, so this is my child flow. So you can see here my first action is when HTTP request is received. Now inside that you just need to pass what you are going to pass over here. So for that, just click on use sample payload and data and just define a JSON like this, like I need a feedback. I want to declare a feedback variable, so I'm just typing a feedback and type any feedback over here and just click on done, so that it will create this type of JSON structure for you. Right now from here you need to use predict action of AI builder. So just search for the predict from here and you can see this predict. Now what you need to choose from here, we need to choose a model that we just created using AI builder. That would be my category classification model. Alright, so I can see that category classification, this is my model, and once you select that, it will automatically ask for language and text. So language is English, EN, and text means the feedback that I have just created using this HTTP action. Alright, so this is the very important stage that you need to perform here. I already have the predict action over here. I'm just removing this one at this moment. Now after that, you will be receiving the feedback as an output. So for that, there is a possibility that you will be receiving multiple feedbacks and you want to append each individual text with each other. So for that, I just define one variable feedback text over here, and I'm having apply to each on result of this predict model. So I am applying a loop on that and I'm appending a string variable to that. So feedback tags are appended to from this loop. So if you have multiple tags, you will be always having appended value at the end of the variable. And at last, I am returning this thing from Power Apps to or flow. So it will return this feedback as a feedback tags to my child flow, parent flow. Alright, so this is my parent flow. We have stopped this one, run a child flow. So from here you will be having your child flow available over here, that is child flow for text classification. I'm adding that, and feedback that we defined from Power Apps, we need to pass that. So it will run our run our child flow. At this moment it will run HTTP trigger and it will return a text. So we just need to pass this response as a feedback as a text. Alright, so at last action respond to Power Apps or flow. Inside that we just need to define one variable and pass our output of child flow over here, because in child flow we have a name feedback, so we are just returning this variable as a response in parent flow. Alright, so this is very simple and very straightforward. Hope this is clear for you now. So let me quickly show you the entire structure of my flow. Power Apps, my one variable, calling a child flow and returning a result of child flow. Alright, similar way, let me show you the child flow. When HTTP request is received, using predict action. After that, define one variable feedback text, looping on the result from the predict tag, and after that comma separated value will be returning to the parent flow. Alright, so this is the structure of my child flow. Now at the end, let me go to my Power Apps again, and as you can see that the detect tag, we need to add our flow on the top of that. For that, just click on here. Let me just copy this first, because let me show you that procedure first. Go to the action, click on Power Automate, and you will be having that flow available for you that you just created, parent flow for text classification. Just click on that flow. So this will add that action to your on select. Alright, so it is adding like this, in which you need to pass the feedback, that is this value, this is the data card value 2.text, so you need to pass that, and you want to store the result of the flow in a variable. For that I just use this code. I'm storing this value inside the tags, so I'm storing tags, and inside that parent flow dot run. Okay, so it will show the information in a form of tags, and on this default event I need to use tags dot tags because it will return a JSON from the flow. So you just need to add this as a default event of this data card value 2. All right, so now let's just test this thing. And let me just add one feedback which has the multiple tags. So this is something that we already tried inside the AI builder. So let me just detect my tags over here, and we will also see the flow run as well. So once I click on this detect tags, you can see that it detected two tags for me, that is care and staff. Right now let me just show you the flow. So this is my parent flow, and you can see that 12 seconds ago it ran successfully over here, and you can see that from power apps it's been triggered. What's the value of our feedback? This one is the feedback, this is the string. It is calling my child flow, it is passing, it is returning this output to me, care feedback, and respond to power apps. So you can see that tags, and inside that care and staff is there. So that's the reason in power apps I need to write here as a default value tags dot tags, because you can see that this is a JSON. All right, JSON key, so I need to write it here. All right, now let me show you the child flow run as well. So once I go here, I can see that from the parent flow the child has been triggered when an HTTP request, when HTTP request is triggered, this is being run. It is triggering from the prediction model, it is using this text, and you can see that care, it is returning two result, care and staff, and it is showing its score as well, 73% and 48% over here. All right, and then this initialize variable apply to each loop, two tags are detected, two tags are over here, and at last this string has been generated for us. All right, so this is how you can use Power Automate to detect the tags from your AI model that you have built. And now at last let's just hit a save over here, and now let's see the result over here. So this is just a created care and staff. All right, so hope this is clear for you now. So I think I have covered everything during this session. The same session is available in a form of a series with a detailed explanation, or we can say that step-by-step procedure if you want to see, if you don't want to see this entire session at once. The links are available in the description box. More AI series, more Power BI series, more Power Up series are available on my YouTube page. So you can have a screenshot of this, and you can follow me on all social media platform. WhatsApp, my WhatsApp is +919537981467. But please don't ping me if you have any normal question. Try to do it Google first. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Blogger, and LinkedIn. If you are for the first time. If you are for the first time to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe and press the bell notification to never miss any updates from my channel. Stay connected with me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and WhatsApp. Also, here is a link of the form. You can fill the form to receive the daily notification from my WhatsApp number about my any new technical video. Stay connected with me. Stay safe at home. Have a great day. Goodbye.